So what we got going on here is I'm working on the H. What I do here is I take the bolster apart and figure out the slop and the steering gear, get that kind of sorted out, and show you guys what I did there. This is a video that I took midsummer before we went out and made any hay. I've got a few of these videos on this H that I'm going to put together for you guys and put out there while I'm not recording any new content, because all I've been doing is tearing the shop apart and making a complete mess in there. Been doing some rearranging, trying to get some things sorted out and trying to get the CNC machine hooked up so I can use that. I moved a bunch of stuff out of the back shop. I'm putting some new machines in back there, and once I get that all sorted out, I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour and show you what I've been up to. I've also got a couple haybind videos. I've got a 488 New Holland haybind wobble box issue that I sorted out, and I recorded that. Got a 479 New Holland that I had some wobble box issues with as well. I recorded that, and I can put those videos up. Throw a comment down below if you actually want to see those videos. I'll put in an effort to actually get those done if there's some interest in them. If not, I'll get them done when I get them done. But I figured I'd start throwing some videos together because all I've been doing is working on the shop, and there's really nothing there that's worth recording or showing anybody. Pretty boring stuff. Really boring for me, and it'd be even more boring for you. So just trying to get it done and get it over with. So for now, just kick your feet up and watch the video and enjoy, and I'll put a couple more out when I have the time to do some editing, and we'll go from there. Oof. I'm going to scrape off some of this crud so we don't end up getting it all over the place in there. Depending on what's in here, if it's a full round gear and it's not worn all the way around, I can take it off and just spin it. Factory, they were a half round gear. It was kind of, well, you'll see, most likely. I would assume that this is all factory stuff in this. Could be wrong, but I doubt it. Don't need to be putting any extra stop leak in that radiator, I guess. Aha, it is a full round gear. That slop is what we're trying to get rid of. It's actually not that bad. little wet. I might be able to just tap it out of there with these. Well, that worked, I guess. That's an 1.5 inch nut. Top of this shaft has a tapered spline, so you got to rattle it off a little bit. Wow. Boy, I'm afraid somebody really cranked this sucker on there. That's not good. This ought to get people going. It's got to be sitting on the ground to take this nut off, otherwise the steering shaft falls right out of it. Really? I don't know how clearly you can see it, but there's a decent amount of wear on these teeth. And as you look at the rest of it's pretty much untouched. So either this was replaced, which I'm assuming it was, or this thing just has 0 hours on it, which I also think is the case. So what I'll do is I'll clean this thing up and I'll put it back on. I'll just turn it 180 so it's on brand new teeth. Problem solved. I gotta go help Dylan grease the loader. He's struggling a little bit, so I gotta go help him, give him some guidance. Then I'll be back. We'll work on this a bit more. Okay, I've got this all cleaned up. Just basically hose it off with some ether. So the wear pattern on this thing is, from about here to about here. So the wheels are straight. It's not super technical. All I'm going to do is turn the thing 180 or so. And drop it in. So all I did to get it to sit down in there was just turn the steering back and forth. Just dropped it in. Hiding my tools on myself. And I did mention before this has a tapered spline on it, so you can't put it in upside down. It can only go in one way. And I'm sure there's some sort of a torque spec on this thing. think basically all you want is for the thing to be tight. Not big gorilla tight, but tight. And put the cotter pin back in and call it a day. All right, well, whoa. That thing's gonna make me crabby, so I'm gonna replace it. I think this hole is drilled not quite centered. Probably why I had a bugger of a time getting it out too. I suppose I do have a hammer sitting right here. Now normally I don't use anything but Schaefer's 238 on anything. But as it turns out, Dylan's out there greasing the loader with my last tube. So I got that going for me. Right as hay season's starting too, so I'm gonna have to get on that. And the recommended grease for this is like a corn head grease. It's a flowable grease. We're not exactly in corn country. I don't have any. So this is what I'm using. Just a regular high pressure moly. Well, what I normally use is Schaefer's 238, so if you want a good grease, get yourself some of that. And I know it'll never get around over here, but that's okay. From the factory, these things just had like a gear oil, like an 80-90 gear oil in them. What do you want?
Dad.
What?
Are you making a video or no?
Yep.
Do you want me to wait?
Hmm?
Do you want me to wait?
Nope. So now that I got all this grease in there, being that these had 80-90 in them from the factory, and they call for a flowable grease, all I really do is grease them, then add some 80-90 to it. Kind of make my own flowable grease, if you will. and good enough. I would definitely use a different method if it was going on the space shuttle. But it's a raking tractor. I think it'll be just fine. I'm not even going to get too carried away with cleaning everything up. What up, dude?
I got him on.
Did you get it to take grease?
Huh?
Did you get it to take grease?
I'm grabbing the grease gun right now because I brought it back in.
Goofball.
I need one more
One more what?
reserve because remember on that bolt?
That one that was missing?
Yeah.
Okay. You got them in here. Grab whatever you need. Well, I'm gonna switch these around because I think I put them in a different spot than they came out. We got a wear pattern that fits the hood already, so. Or not the hood, the grill. Easy for me to say, I guess. So, might as well put them back where everything sits happy. Yeah. So now that I got that steering gear fixed, we'll put the grill and stuff back on this thing. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this thing does have a GM1 wire alternator on it. I put that on there last spring. It had nothing on it. Not that it really probably needs much, but a GM1 wire alternator definitely overkill. But they're cheap. It's super easy to put on. I just made all the bracketry to put it on. Not a big deal. Just as easy as that.